Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Ed. Professor Chris. Summer is here, which drew me to this real student case that I'm about to present. But first, welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Ed. Professor Chris, the best college podcast where I continue to do my best by presenting the best advice I could give to all my college students so you can make the best and wise decision to navigate college successfully. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Ed with Professor Chris. I am still your host, Professor Chris, and the author of Getting the Most Out of Your College Experience. Please do get your copy now. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this podcast, Let's Talk Ed, please do so, as there's a lot that I put out there, getting very close to 100 episodes, and you want to be part of this journey. So please do subscribe, and let's keep going on with Let's Talk Ed with Professor Chris. Real cases, real students. What is today's topic about? First, I do want to caution viewers' discretion advice. I'm going to pause for a second if you want me, because this has to do with a fatality, loss of life. So if you do want me to pause, I'm going to pause for a quick second if you want to just take a little break once I present the case, and I'll get back to it. All right, so again, viewers' discretion advised. Real cases, real students. What is the topic today? Headline: Maryland O-line Jordan McNair showed signs of extreme exhaustion. Maryland offensive lineman Jordan McNair showed signs of extreme exhaustion, had difficulty standing upright while running a set of 110-yard sprints, and was found to have a body temperature of 106 degrees at a local hospital before he died of heat stroke suffered during a football workout, multiple sources told ESPN. Okay, so I'm back. The case today has to do with heat stroke, and while we tend to think that this is a case mainly with athletes, summer is here, so I want to take this opportunity to just kind of help everyone out. Yes, especially those that are going to find themselves running in this heat, and it has to do with any athlete during any summer sports, football, soccer, usually basketball is indoors, but yes, any outdoor track, any outdoor sports that will be outside. The heat is out there, and coaches, I hope, are doing their best to give students a little break during practice, or actually having early practices, no practice in the afternoon, evening practices, and that leads me to kind of a few precautions that you need to take during this time. Number one suggestion or advice to help with heat stroke is gradual heat acclimation. We had to acclimate ourselves to this heat. Okay, we are not robots. So as the weather starts to get warmer, we need to adjust slowly. Okay, so that means we expose ourselves gradually so we get exposed to the heat. It's going to start in the 80s right now. Before we know it's the 90s, and it's probably going to be in the 100s. And slowly we acclimate ourselves with that. However, for those, again, out in the heat, a lot, those who work outside, not just athletes, those construction workers out there, what we need to do is, again, adjusting very slowly to this. That means 30 minutes increments before we get into the 1 hour increment, exposing ourselves to extensive heat. That's my first advice for heat stroke prevention. Number 2, hydration. So hydration, of course, has to do with a lot of fluids, and also, by the way, as we're talking about hydration, I'm hoping we're using the right fluids. Less sugar is better, because sugar tends to dehydrate you quite quickly, very fast. Okay, that's why when you are tired and you're really thirsty, soda is probably not the best solution. Drink water. I'm gonna leave it as that. Drink a lot of water. Hydrate. Hydration is number 2. Okay? All right. you could definitely avoid some heat stroke if you hydrate quite often. All right, that's number 2. Number 3, wear appropriate clothing. Yes, I'm indoors, my AC is on, I got my jacket on, right? So yes, it's not too bad. But when it gets hot, we have to find the right clothing to wear, the right colors. Darker colors actually attract more heat. So lighter colors are great. That's why now you see people dress nicely in their spring clothing as we get ready for the summer. Light materials is best, probably cotton is best. So you got to dress appropriately, all right? Yes, I'm not going to get into what is right and what is wrong to wear, but again, my best advice to you so far as this number 3 goes, appropriate clothing, is something that is light as well, light in weight as well as light in color. All right, so light colors, maybe bright colors. White is good, reflects some sunlight, but definitely not dark colors that absorb a lot of heat. Okay, that's number 3. All right. Number 4, never ignore the symptoms. Yeah, sometimes when I'm working outside and it's so hot, I feel very dizzy. Well, it starts off very slowly. I don't even know where my tools are. Okay, the grass is turning blue right in front of my eye. Those are some signs. Those are very early symptoms that you don't ignore. Usually I'm sweating profusely, so I know, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to stand upright. Maybe I take a quick break, get into the shade, get some water. Those are some of the simple basic signs, and they vary in different ways. Here's the thing. If you're feeling a way that you usually don't feel, that is a sign. Stop. Take quick, immediate precaution and do what you have to do. It could be maybe the clothing you're wearing is too much heat, or it might be too heavy. Okay? So, again, follow the symptoms and take the immediate step that you need. All right? Don't ignore it. Say, I'm feeling dizzy, but I'll be okay. No. Let's address it very quickly. Okay? All right. Last but not least, number 5. Here we go. Number 5. Immediate cooling saves life. Number 5. Immediate cooling saves lives. Yes, you can actually put all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 together, right? They are actually very connected. Just as I mentioned, the symptoms, you don't ignore that. So one of the immediate response to avoiding heat stroke is maybe hydration. I already mentioned hydration as my number 2. Okay, so there you have it. Summer is here. Be careful while you're out there. We love the beaches, same thing. If you're on the beach, I know some of you love to get your tans and what have you, right? It's going to be very hot. The sun can get very hot. So while you're even doing that, a little spray here and there to spray yourself while you're basking in the sun, enjoying all the vitamin D that you could get, all right? So very quickly, again, summer is here. That's why I just wanted to put this out there. Start with the story. A lot of athletes, those of you who are athletes and going to be out there, either running track, soccer, football, all right? You can remind your coaches as well. You know, just raise your hand, say, Coach, please, can I get a quick water break? I'm not trying to be lazy. I really want to do my best here, but it is really hot and I'm not feeling fine, all right? Please let your coaches know, okay? All right, so those are my quick suggestions, my quick top 5 so far as avoiding heat stroke, okay? Gradual acclimation to the water, hydration, the appropriate clothing helps. Don't ignore the symptoms, and please drink a lot of water, not soda. There you have it, okay? There you have it, my suggestions on how to prevent heat stroke this summer. Once again, my beer to you: balance, exercise, eat well, and relax, rest. Okay. So that was the end of another episode of Let's Talk Ed Professor Chris. Real cases, real student. I'll see you in the next episode. All right. Stay cool.
This is the book that I wished I had before going to college. And it's also the book I hope I had while I was in college. Get a copy of Getting the Most Out of Your College Experience now. You can get it online at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, iTunes, and Google Play. if you want a signed copy, you could go to my website at www.letustalked.com. Get your copy and let's continue to talk ed. Thank you.